And we are underway from Houston. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run here with Rico Dowdle. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know they're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 33, here's 2nd down at 7. They run again with Dowdle. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Rush. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. They're going for it. Rush. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Well, partner, that was a heck of a play right there because there is no chance that he was the primary receiver on that play. Definitely checked it down to him and just said, please, help us out, make a play. And he does and delivers a first down.
A running play, it's Dowdle. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Back to throw, Rush. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They run here with Dowdle. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. On the run, it's Dowdle. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early. Throwing here, Rush. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Texans are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
Here we go. Hey, uno more.
Stroud looking to throw. Dancing to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Stroud out of the gun here. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. And Stroud now to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. On the move to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Stroud and company going for it. They'll let this go deep for Collins. And he's got it inside the 10. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. No score after one on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they go to work on a first and goal. Now they send a man in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's third and goal. Stroud working out of the gun. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Mixing up the middle, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. At the 43-yard line. Here's Stroud. The throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick six. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 33. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Now Stroud. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. A shotgun snap to Stroud. And that is incomplete here.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. In motion right, that's Collins. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he will have a touchdown. Nico Collins, a 7-yard touchdown ground. And the Texans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's Rush to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that's complete downfield to Cooks. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Rush. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Christian Harris. And the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows a defense to tighten up their coverage, and they pick that one off.
19 seconds.
Stroud to throw it. Being chased out left. That's into the hands of Woods. And he's got some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Stroud flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Stroud buying time to his left. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Micah Parsons. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued. Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 42 yards out. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
They intercept Stroud again, the third time in this game.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Rush. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
These are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Rush. He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Operating from the gun. Rush. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jalen Tolbert, 35 yards. And the Cowboys take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From the 31, here's a 2nd down and 9. Looking to throw. Stroud, flush to his right. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least, that went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Broken tackle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Out of the shotgun, rush. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. To Mixon on the check down. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
As this complete to Woods. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. At the Cowboys' 26-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to throw. Stroud. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. It's a pickup of 17 there, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up, and he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They'll give it to Mixon. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
What a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
Escaping the pressure right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
2nd and 5.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Charles, defensively, 1 timeout left. Do you use it here, or do you let it roll to the 2-minute warning?
I would use it here because you're going to get the 2-minute warning stoppage as well. And then that means you have to snap the ball again. Something could happen. Something could go awry. You could get the ball back. I wouldn't let it run.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 80 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Now 2nd and 5. Now a handoff looking right. And a short gain here down to the 22.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And now here's a carry heading left. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Dowdle diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And the lead now up to 14.
24, Texans 10. Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Shreds him with a stiff arm.
And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run.
14 yards. That's good for the Texans. First down.
One final shot for C.J. Stroud.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.